I'm Ron Mortensen. I'm a semi-retired teacher. I used to work in Saudi Arabia. I worked for the oil company. I was the head of the English and General Studies department for their scholarship program. So I did that for many years. But then I retired and I moved back here. So I got a job teaching adult ed. It's fun. I teach people from other places, other cultures, how to speak English. It's great because my students are wonderful and gets me out of the house. I was born in Utah, but my parents moved when I was a year old. And I basically was raised in California, and I worked in California as a teacher. I speak Spanish, I speak English. My job was to teach them to speak English. I think that some of the things that you learn when you live abroad, if you learn about other cultures, it helps you to understand your culture better. I'm diabetic. Fortunately, the last 2 months before my retirement, I spent in the hospital. I had to have surgery on my foot, and I was looking for a good doctor. A friend of mine who's a nurse recommended this practice and said they are really good people there. With Dr. Pitts, I felt an immediate connection. And so when he looked at my legs, he said, "Your legs are strong." So he set me up for surgery. And as far as my carpal tunnel hand surgery goes, when I was talking to Dr. Pitts, he looked at my hand and he said, "You have carpal tunnel." Just could look at my hand and tell me I had carpal tunnel. It was Dr. Pitts, and I went to him. I felt like he was a good human being. The people in the hospital said, "You're really lucky. He does a great job." I wanted to go somewhere I'd never been. I used all my hotel points, a Ritz-Carlton in the Maldives. You take a private boat from the airport, you take a private boat like an hour and a half to get to the islands that the resort is on. So my butler took me everywhere. I just got amazing service, and it's absolutely beautiful there. So that was a great adventure for me.